Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Dondre Brown back with the Count the Cost podcast and my co-host,
Real Will. You know, we here.
So what I want to do is first I want to thank our sponsors because this season we're also having some sponsors. So first and foremost, we want to thank 1428 for sponsoring us. We also want to thank Dondre Brown and Associates, and then also Young Money Finances, and then one of our favorite sponsors, Innate Vision.
Yeah, then you got Big Boy Shine too.
Oh yeah. We got
detailing cars.
Yeah, Big Boy Shine is detailing cars. This year he's actually giving away some free detailing opportunities. Again, we'll tell you more about that information, but let's kick it to the intro.
Is this what you want? We've been waiting for a long time to talk about family, finances, and your future. You're rocking with your host, Dondre Brown. Count the cost. Let's go.
Hey, y'all, so welcome back to the Count the Cost podcast, season 3. And what we wanted to do is really start to provide information that's motivational, educational, and inspire you to do something this year because, as you know, this year is Invest in Your Vision year. And you've been drinking a lot of that.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's like a continuation of the first episode. They didn't go watch it. Yeah, they didn't go watch it.
Yeah. And make sure y'all go watch that first episode because if there are y'all out there that want to start podcasts, look, we got a whole transition to how we do podcasts. You'll see our backgrounds don't look always great, our lighting, all that stuff. So we progress through. So make sure you pay attention to those videos for like motivation and inspiration. But let's jump into our topic. All right, so our first topic is like really talking about investing in your vision. So what we did last time is we started to like kind of talk about some goals, but we want to tell y'all about some true goals that we have this year and how we plan to accomplish them.
Man, one goal for me right now that I have been consistent on is working out 100 push-ups a day. And eating clean. Like literally, I think it's going on 2 weeks. I haven't had like a sugary drink for real. Other than this, I'm just lying. I just said, listen,
Alright.
I was good until it was just drink too late. But the only reason I got it because Dondre wanted something from Starbucks. And I don't even shop there no more. But yeah, it's good. But yeah, man, I've been working hard with the fitness part of it, man. I've been getting super strong like crazy and trying to lose his belly fat, but yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's a good way to be aware because we know the pandemic had a lot of us locked in the house. You know, some of us was using that as an excuse to, overeat and enjoy different types of food. But let's look at it from the other realistic side. Like a lot of our viewers are entrepreneurs. Y'all grinding, y'all working hard, but sometimes we sacrifice our health in that process. So this year, me and Will was like, we can no longer do that. As much energy as we put into entrepreneurship, we got to put in eating a lot cleaner, a lot healthier. But then, this is important, do not over obsess over what nutrition and healthy eating and exercise looks like because that can be discouraging, right?
Right.
Yeah, so what we did was I remember when we first started getting into like, eating healthy and stuff, this man cracking up.
The bell line was standing up for a minute. I feel like kind of man, guys. I'm like, he exercise, he got gym right and also walking back and forth, getting those athletes. Big Boy Shine, man, he helping us
shout out and Big Boy Shine. Yeah. But yeah, so when we talking about health and stuff and wellness, like we cannot overdo it. So for example, I'll give you a quick example. Yesterday, Will and I were talking about healthy food, right? We started talking about broccoli versus cauliflower.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, I eat my broccoli. It make me bloated, but I eat it for fiber. And he was like, dude, cauliflower got more fiber than...
Nah, I didn't even know that. That's crazy.
We didn't even know that. But at the same time, it's like we had that discussion, but we ain't be like, oh, yeah, let's cut broccoli out and let's start this beef between... Look, it's not that simple.
Cauliflower.
Eat cleaner. Right? Continue to eat whatever you eat and then slowly start to progress into healthier eating. So shout out to Clean Eats.
Clean Eats. Cool.
Yeah, Clean Eats in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It's also in Columbus.
He getting everybody in the milks. They should sponsor this podcast. And Andre, and he said his mom, his brother, his nephews, nieces, sisters, daughters, everybody Clean Eats. I'm like, bruh. And then they give them something free every time you do it. I'm like,
yeah, because one of the things I invested into a personal trainer. I know some people like, personal trainers, I can do it myself, etc. One thing I know about myself now is I'm no longer in that position where I can always do it by myself. I do need accountability partners. So that was helpful for me, but also was even more helpful was like knowing that I was investing in that person. So one thing he was saying, he was like, man, you just need to eat cleaner. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna start meal prepping. He was like, look, typically you may eat this many meals, make them cleaner meals. Don't always go to McDonald's, right? So he's helping me shift in a way that I think is, really good. But enough talking about healthy eating, man. Let's talk about some other goals.
Yeah, man. So we just want to encourage y'all, man. I know we don't want to make these podcasts as long, about 8 to 10 minutes, man, because y'all attention span is not the best. I know I sit there and watch an 8-minute video, but if it's 30 minutes, I'm like, where's part 2 at? But no, what's some other goals, man? Spiritual goals, man, mental goals. One of my goals I have not yet completed yet, and I know a lot of y'all wanted to do this, but read the Bible more. I think that's something deep. I definitely, as entrepreneurs, most entrepreneurs, Top Dogs and Eric Thomas and all them, they use Bible verses to push them because they know that the word is true, and God is there to guide us through. So I want to get better at really accomplishing that goal.
Yeah, and for y'all who may or may not be Christians, etc., like any form of meditation where you can reflect on life and the purpose and stuff, like I think that's another space that I'm in personally where I'm trying to define what works for me and rock with that in a healthy way. So again, I think our podcast is really focused on like being you, being comfortable with you, and then living in your you. It's investing in that, like investing in that vision.
Let's go.
And so, yeah, another goal that I had was to, some people like, I want to read 100 books. For me, what I wanted to do was just read books that I thought was, inspiring and motivating for me, because one of the things I wanted to get into this year was Forex. Will right here, he does a lot with Forex, and I do stocks. But one of the things I was always interested in, like, I want to learn more about Forex. So I picked up a book. It was like Forex for Beginners. It was pretty dope. A lot of the stuff that I learned was information that Will had already said. And I think that's key too. Sometimes you got somebody like really close to you that's saying stuff that's like, man, you're not really listening. And then you pick up a book and you be like, man, that the Pearson, he made me looking like, dude, I've been telling you that for a year or 2 years, right?
Yeah, like you mentioned that it's funny because one of the episodes we're going to talk about this with Lil Baby Say, right? But Don Dre for years, probably about 2 or 3 years since he been an entrepreneur, to really digging into it, he always mentioned like we will always be working,
Yeah.
So like he said, whenever I was telling him that he read a book, he was like, oh, confirmation. But he sent the video, Lil Baby. I'm like, bro, you've been sitting this. Everybody you talk to that keeps saying going to be entrepreneurs and full time, I don't work to nobody. They won't work again. He said, bro, you will always be working for somebody.
Yep.
No matter what field you're in.
And for us, I think that allows us to overcome some of those, barriers that people may face when they get discouraged. Like, man, I never feel like I'm working for myself. As long as in your mind, you're like, look, I'll never be working for myself, then just get over it and keep pushing. But again, we're approaching our time and we don't want to, push it to the limit. But stay tuned for our next season, because again, we're always offering opportunities for y'all to engage with us. Like whether it's a comment section or you go into our social medias, give us topics to talk about. We don't always want to talk about the topics that everybody's talking about. If it's something that you feel on your heart or something you want us to, dive deeper into or learn more about us, just let us know.
Is this what you want? We've been waiting for a long time to talk about family, finances, and your future. You're rocking with your host, Dondre Brown.